is what gets me off. That's why I love sucking so much. I've sucked so much more than I have actually people, because that's like my fetish, and that sounds so pick me, and I think like people are gonna be like, oh, she's just saying that, but that really is. I get off on like giving other people pleasure. Yeah.
So if you're blowing a dude and he's like, hey, are we gonna get this? You just be like, no.
Here's the thing. I give the best head, like out of anyone
ever.
I know.
And I've ever seen.
Do you though?
I do.
That's like a new movie coming out.
I've never.
Nigga, what?
How do you meet girls?
I'm just walking up, talking to them.
No, I feel like men are more romantic than women. When we get married, we marry like one girl because we're resistant the whole way. Till we meet one girl and we think I'd be an idiot if I didn't marry this girl. She's so great. But it seems like girls get to a place they just kind of pick the best option or something. I know girls that get married. They're like, oh, he's got a good job. I mean, they spend their whole life looking for Prince Charming, and then they marry the guy that's got a good job and he's gonna stick around.
He's absolutely right. When it's all said and done, you cannot control who you are attracted to. A man wants a beautiful woman. A woman wants a man that takes care of her. This is what they are naturally drawn to. Everything in between is just what society is telling you you're supposed to like in order for you to go to the store and buy these things, fall for different ideology. Either way, there's money around standards. But when it's all said and done, a man wants a beautiful woman and a woman wants a man to take care of her.
It's been a lot. Girl, is it just my body count for just niggas or niggas and bitches?
Everybody.
I would say like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'd say like 2,000. To be real honest with, like, if you put niggas and bitches, because I done fucked a lot of bitches too. So I be fucking niggas, I be fucking bitches. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna front. Like, I'm gonna keep it blood raw. Like, bitch, probably two bands, 2,000 bitch sexual partners. Absolutely. Yeah, it is what it is. You know what? Hey, only God could judge me. I don't give a fuck, bitch.
What you guys have to realize, in the underground world, this is normal. A lot of these girls that you please yourself to at night have been with more. You have to understand. A wise woman used to tell me, she can take it longer than you can give it. If you do not have control over a woman's brain, you would not have control over her body. When it's all said and done, a woman uses her body and sexuality for power. The more or less of a woman she feels, the more she's going to use her body for power. This is why you see women who come from bad conditions in life, they normally use sex as an outlet to numb their body out from the pain. That's what's going on with her. It's more of a psychological conditioning, because before she started getting loose, she was already no good for nobody. Women like this would never be good for anybody, and she knows that because she's spending her time trying to numb out the pain in her life. Girls like this typically would turn into a drug addict as she gets older. She does not represent the average woman that is walking around day to day. She actually represents a group of women who have always existed. The only problem is, a lot of these good girls have to emulate being one of these girls in order to get attention. And that's what has messed up the chemistry between man and woman. It's because women want us to like them for things that we don't like, because the things that they like to do for attention that makes them feel good is similar to the girl in the video that you just watched.
Determined by this court when it comes to 19-year-old Sierra Sloan. It has been determined by this court. Mr. Grider, you are not the father. I'm very sorry, Mr. Grider.
I still love her no matter what.
We're all still a happy family. It's just hurting her because she loves him, but she thought there could be a possibility.
The sad part about this situation, after 19 years, it was kind of best to just leave it alone. Because what's going to happen is the psychological attachment is going to break away. They can say, oh, we're still a happy family no matter what. No, you should have never went and got the test. Now that man is going to feel betrayed for 19 years that he's been taking care of a daughter that wasn't his. Now, he has the right to say, hey, it doesn't matter. Well, after 19 years of you raising her, hey, you kind of stuck in there emotionally. But this is also another reason why, guys, you got to start doing these tests at the beginning and not just listening to the woman. A woman will continue to sleep around until she finds an alpha male. And if she can't find the man she wants, she'll continue to sleep around until she gets knocked up. This is how women become baby mothers. And you ask themselves, like, why are you guys baby moms and you choose the wrong guy or any guy to have a child with? It's because they're desperate to have something to love. But once she realizes the responsibility of taking care of a child, it's going to boil down to what guy is going to stick around and help her take care of this. Andrew Tate said it the best. In a pack of gorillas, there's only one main gorilla who has babies with all the female gorillas. And all the other gorillas on the side that didn't sleep with him, they go and babysit the kids with anticipation of one of the female gorillas being with them. That's what a lot of guys are doing now. These women have been knocked up by alpha males, and you guys are coming in trying to save the day because it fills a void of you being a father.
Let me tell you what happens if you go to Russia and you find a hot, beautiful woman with a big mafia boss. Do you think that dude is loyal to her? No, of course not. No. So do you know what he says? I take care of her. She drives a Bentley. She has my children. I know she's looked after. She doesn't hassle me if I go play games with stupid hoes because I come back to her. And she's like, okay, cool. Well, he takes care of me. It's done. That's how it's done in 99% of the world besides the USA.
And he's absolutely right. Most women would deal with the fact that you do have another woman as long as you have the money. See, what you guys have to understand is what's going on in the US is that you do have a lot of situations that work out like this. You have a lot of wives and a lot of girlfriends in the United States who allow their men to have play girlfriends without their man saying that they have play girlfriends, but the women know in the back of their head that their man has a play girlfriend, but that girlfriend doesn't matter because she comes home to him, right? But what we have is a lot of insecure women who have been insecure since a child. They've been taught that they deserve a man to worship them. That's the problem that's happening in the United States. Women aren't looking at it like, oh, he takes care of me and all these other girls don't matter. They're more narcissists. They need a man to worship them because they're suffering from so much insecurity when they were younger. You have to understand, what you go through as a child will scar you as an adult. What you're told as a child will scar you as an adult. And I told a lot of you guys, a lot of women are taught at the age 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that they don't need a man. Women learn that they don't need a man before they know what a relationship is. So their subconscious mind always says a man is not good enough even when she's in desperate need of a relationship. That's the problem that we have with dating. Women naturally want to be in a relationship, but as their brain was developing as a young girl, they were taught not to need one. So everyone's in a state of confusion. Do I get in a relationship? Do I not? The world says that I'm better being single, but I'm suffering being alone.
Good guys or bad boys? Good guys.
Good guys. They
Good guys.
finished last, but like when you really stick through it, like it went worth it. They really.
You notice the main argument in that is that she says they do finish last because they stick in there and then they will treat you right. Let's repeat this again, what she said. I'm going to play it back.
Good guys or bad boys? Good guys.
Good guys. They finished last, but like when
you hear that? You finish last. See, what you guys have to understand is a woman's going to always say the good guy because that's the easiest guy for her to manipulate. That's a certified guy that she knows is not going to break her heart because the pain that you went through Whenever you got your heart broken by a woman, well, a woman doesn't want to go through that pain either. Nobody in the world now wants to hurt. So they come online and try to understand the master of the opposite sex when it doesn't even work that way. It's going to boil down to how experienced you are and the attraction between each other. One thing about life, you cannot control who you are attracted to. But what you have to understand is your attraction is your biggest downfall if that person doesn't feel the same way back. One thing about nice guys, you're easy for a woman to say that's what she wants because you're the one that's going to allow her to do what she want to do. Women may act like they don't want to be controlled, but being controlled is something that makes them stay.
Man is what gets me off. That's why I love sucking so much. I've sucked so much more than I have actually people because that's like my fetish, and that sounds so pick me, and I think like people are gonna be like, oh, she's just saying that, but that really is. I get off on like giving other people pleasure. Yeah.
So if you're blowing a dude and he's like, hey, are we gonna get this? You just be like, no.
Here's the thing. I give the best head like out of anyone
ever.
I know.
And I've ever seen.
Do you though?
I do.
That's like a new movie coming out.
I've never.
Like the Omaha Times said #1 movie
I
of the
have
year.
watched her give head in person, like with my own eyes, so many times, and it's truly like even I will sit back and watch it, and I'm like, this is.
So you're like, wow, I'm
nuts.
watching the Mona Lisa.
Like, this is
What's your go-to move? What's your Gluck Gluck 3000?
I have this really crazy
girls try it. Girls try to replicate it, and no one can do it like how she does it.
I think I'm meant to suck.
The moral of this story is, when you let a woman run around with no boundaries, she's gonna go with what she knows best to survive. You have to understand that. You have girls that grow up that know how to trade stocks because their father did it. You have girls that grow up that know how to run a business because their father did it. Most women who are out here being entrepreneurs, they actually get it from their fathers. If you stop and look, their fathers were race car drivers. Their fathers own football teams. Their fathers own basketball teams. But when you have a woman who hasn't been taught by a man how to do anything and all she's been doing is running the earth with her good looks, with no brain, not being taught, then guess what? She's gonna say, I'm very, very good in bed. You know why? Because it's easy for her to control something that's already working in her favor. It doesn't require any thoughts. But they will always have to sit around beta males to brag about this type of stuff because the average guy is not going to care. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys got the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.